Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Today is the very auspicious Tithi of Ekadashi, and let us begin our reading of Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita. Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Reading from the Madhya Lila of Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita by Srila Krishna Das Kaviraj Goswami Maharaj, Chapter 10, Text 112. ग्रंथ श्लोक गीत के ह प्रभु पाशे आने स्वरूप परीक्षा कैले पाछे प्रभु सुने. Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami Maharaj is telling us about the greatness of Srila Swarup Damodar Goswami Maharaj. If someone wrote a book or composed verses and songs and wanted to recite them before Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Shri Swarup Damodar Goswami would first examine them, Swarup Pariksha Kaile, and then corrected them if required, and then correctly present them. Only then would Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu agree to listen. Pache Prabhu Shune. Later Mahaprabhu would hear, after Swarup Damodar Goswami had examined them. Grantha, Shloka, Gita, Keha Prabhu Pashe Ane. Anybody would bring any composition to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu would say, first let your composition go through the filter of Sri Swarup Damodar Goswami, then I will read. This is how much Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu valued the opinion of Sri Swarup Damodar Goswami. भक्ति सिद्धांत विरुद्ध आर रसाभास सुनीते न है प्रभुर चित्तेर उल्लास. This is a very important verse. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was never pleased to hear books or verses opposed to the conclusive statements of devotional service. The Lord did not like hearing rasabhas, the overlapping of transcendental mellows. Bhakti Siddhanta Viruddha Ara Rasabhas. Shunite na hai Prabhur Chittera Ullas. Mahaprabhu did not get any pleasure from hearing such compositions which had anti-devotional sentiments or rasabhas, means overlapping of transcendental mellows, mixing up rasas in a very inappropriate way. Purport by our beloved founder Acharya, Nitya Lila Pravishtha, Om Vishnupad, Shri Srimad Abhay Charanarvinda Bhakti Vedanta Swami Maharaj Prabhupada. Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Bhakti Siddhanta Viruddha refers to that which is against the principle of unity in diversity, philosophically known as Achintya Bheda Bhed, simultaneous oneness and difference, whereas Rasabhas is something that may appear to be a transcendental mellow, but actually is not. So Bhakti Siddhanta Viruddha means something that goes against Achintya Bheda Bhed Tattva, as taught by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Anything opposed to Achintya Bheda Bhed Tattva is called Bhakti Siddhanta Viruddha. And Rasabhas means it appears to be rasa. It appears to be transcendental mellow, but it only abhas. Actually, it is not. It is rasabhas. For example, there are certain types of people called Gauranga Nagari, where they consider themselves as ladies of Nadia and they consider Gauranga Nagari. So they are the Nagari and Gauranga is their hero. He is the Nagar. Such a horrible, it appears like very spiritual that you have love for Mahaprabhu, but they want to become girlfriends of Mahaprabhu, which was never the mood of Mahaprabhu. So this is called Rasa Bhas. It appears as Rasa. Who is your Lord? Oh, my darling is Mahaprabhu. He is so handsome. I want to embrace him. Mahaprabhu doesn't like all this. Mahaprabhu doesn't like all this. So that is called rasa bhas. Appears as rasa, but actually it is not. Those who are pure Vaishnavas should avoid both these things opposed to devotional service. These conceptions practically parallel the Mayavad philosophy, because in Mayavad also you negate Krishna, and by doing anti-devotional things and rasabhas, which displeases Krishna, you are also giving pain to Krishna. If one indulges in Mayavad philosophy, he gradually falls down from the platform of devotional service. By overlapping melos, rasabhas, one eventually becomes a prakrit sahajiya and takes everything to be very easy. One may also become a member of the Baula community and gradually become attracted to material activities. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has therefore advised us to avoid Bhakti Siddhanta Viruddha and Rasabhas. In this way, the devotee can remain pure and free from fall downs. Everyone should try to remain aloof from Bhakti Siddhanta Viruddha and Rasabhas, because it does not please Mahaprabhu, and the purpose of our life is to give pleasure to Mahaprabhu. Bhakti Siddhanta Viruddha Ara Rasabhas Shunitena Hai Prabhur Chittera Ullas. অতএব স্বরূপ আগে করে পরীক্ষণ শুদ্ধ হয় যদি প্রভুরে করানা শ্রবণ. It was the practice of Sri Sarup Damodar Goswami to examine all literatures to find out whether their conclusions were correct or not. Only then would he allow them to be heard by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Purport. Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada says that if something impedes the execution of devotional service, it should be understood to be impure. Pure devotees of the Lord do not accept impure principles. Impure devotees accept rasabhas or overlapping contradictory melos and other principles opposed to the bhakti path, Bhakti Siddhanta Viruddha. The followers of such impure principles are never accepted as pure devotees. We become pure to the degree of the purity of the principles that we follow. Srila Prabhupada is a pure devotee and he is our founder Acharya. So if we follow Srila Prabhupada's teachings, instructions, then we are on the path of becoming pure devotees. Whereas if we follow someone who is not a pure devotee, then we cannot expect to become pure devotees ourselves. There are many parties following the path of rasabhas, and the followers are sometimes adored by ordinary men. Those who adopt the conclusions of rasabhas and Bhakti Siddhanta Viruddha are never accepted as devotees of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Sarup Damodar Goswami never approved such followers as Gaudiya Vaishnavas, nor did he allow them even to meet the Supreme Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So Sarup Damodar Goswami was very powerful, very strong in the service of Mahaprabhu. Vidyapati Chandidas Shri Gita Govind এই তিন গীতে করা প্রভুর আনন্দ. Sri Sarup Damodar Goswami used to read the poems of Sri Vidyapati and Sri Chandidas, as well as Sri Jayadev Goswami's Gita Govinda. Vidyapati, Chandidas, Sri Gita Govinda, এই তিন গীতে করানা প্রভুর আনন্দ. He used to make Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu very happy by singing these songs. So, when there is Bhakti Siddhanta Viruddha Ara Rasa Bhat, Shunite Prabhura Na Hai Ullas. There, Mahaprabhu is not getting any ullas, he is not getting any joy. And when he is hearing Vidyapati Chandida Shri Gita Govinda, ei teen Gite Karana Prabhur Ananda. He used to make Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu very happy by singing these songs. संगीते गंधर्व सम शास्त्र बृहस्पति दामोदर सम आर नाही महामति. जय हो. Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami Maharaj is saying, whose Gurudev is Srila Raghunath Das Goswami, whose Gurudev is Sri Sarup Damodar Goswami. So many verses yesterday and today we are reading. Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami is writing in glorification of his Param Guru, Srila Sarup Damodar Goswami. Sri Sarup Damodar Goswami was as expert a musician as the Gandharvas. Sangite Gandharva Sama. And in scriptural discussion, he was just like Brihaspati, the priest of the heavenly gods. Shastre Brihaspati. Sangite Gandharva Sama, Shastre Brihaspati, Damodar Sama Ara Nahi Mahamati. Therefore, it is to be concluded that there was no great personality like Sri Sarup Damodar Goswami. Purport. Srila Sarup Damodar Goswami was very expert in music as well as the Vedic scriptures. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu used to call him Damodar because of his expert singing and musical skills. The name Damodar was given by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and added to the name given by his sannyas guru. He was therefore known as Swarup Damodar. His sannyas name was, he retained the brahmachari name, so he was Swarup. First in Nadia, his name was Purushottam Acharya. Then he became Swarup. And Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu added Damodar. So he was called Swarup Damodar or Damodar Swarup. He compiled a book of music named Sangit Damodar. Advaita Nityanandera Parama Priyatama Shrivasadi Bhakta Ganer Haya Prana Sama. Shri Swarup Damodar Goswami was very dear to Shri Advaita Acharya and Lord Shri Nityananda Prabhu. They knew him from Navadip. Advaita Nityanandera Parama Priyatama. And he was the life and soul of all the devotees headed by Srila Shrivas Thakur. Shrivas Adi Bhakta Ganer Hai Prana Sama. This is the perfection of life, to become dear to the pure devotees. Sei Damodar Asi Dandavata Haila Charane Padiya Shloka Padite Lagila. When Sri Sarup Damodar Goswami came to Jagannath Puri, he fell flat before the lotus feet of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Sei Damodara Asi Dandavat Kaila Charane Padiya Shloka Padite Lagila. And as he offered obeisances to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Srila Sarup Damodar Goswami started reciting a verse. हेलोद्धूनित खेदया विशदया प्रोन्मीलदामोदया शाम्यक्शास्त्र विवादया रसदया चित्तार्पितोन्मादया शश्वद्भक्ति विनोदया समदया माधुर्यमर्यादया श्री चैतन्य दयानिधे तव दया भूयादमन्दोदया. Translation. O ocean of mercy, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, let there be an awakening of your auspicious mercy, which easily drives away all kinds of material lamentation by making everything pure and blissful. Indeed, your mercy awakens transcendental bliss. and covers all material pleasures. By your auspicious mercy, quarrels and disagreements arising among different scriptures are vanquished. Your auspicious mercy pours forth transcendental mellows and thus causes the heart to jubilate. Your mercy, which is full of joy, always stimulates devotional service and glorifies conjugal love of God. May transcendental bliss be awakened within my heart by your causeless mercy. Such a beautiful verse. Purport. This important verse, Sri Chaitanya Chandrodaya Natak 8.10, specifically describes the Lord's causeless mercy. Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur explains that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is the most magnanimous personality of Godhead, distributes his causeless mercy in three ways to the conditioned soul. Every living entity is morose in the material world because he is always in want. He undergoes a great struggle for existence and tries to minimize his miserable condition by squeezing the utmost pleasure out of this world. But the living entity is never successful in this endeavor. While in a miserable condition, a person sometimes seeks the favor of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, but this is very difficult for materialistic people to obtain. However, when one becomes Krishna conscious by the grace of the Lord, the fragrance of the lotus feet of the Lord expands, and in this way, a materialist may gain freedom from his miseries. Actually, his mind is cleansed by his transcendental connection with the lotus feet of the Lord. At such a time, one is enlightened by the loving service of the Lord. There are many different kinds of scriptures, and by reading them, one often becomes puzzled. But when one receives the mercy of the Lord, his confusion is mitigated. Not only are scriptural discrepancies resolved, but a kind of transcendental bliss is awakened. And in this way, one is fully satisfied. The transcendental loving service of the Lord constantly engages the conditioned soul in serving the Lord's lotus feet. Through such fortunate engagement, one's transcendental love for Krishna is increased. One's position is thus completely purified, and one is filled with transcendental bliss, accompanied by the spirit soul's jubilation. Thus, the transcendental causeless mercy of Lord Krishna is manifested in the heart of the devotee. At such a time, material needs no longer exist. The lamentation that invariably accompanies material desires also vanishes. By the grace of the Lord, one is elevated to the transcendental position, and then the transcendental mellows of the spiritual world are manifested in him. One's devotional service then becomes firm, and one engages in the Lord's transcendental loving service with great determination. All these combine to fully awaken the devotee's heart with love of Krishna. In the beginning, a conditioned soul is bereft of Krishna consciousness and is always morose in his material activities. Later, by associating with a pure devotee, one becomes inquisitive to know the absolute truth. In this way, one begins to engage in the transcendental service of the Lord. Next, by the Lord's grace, all misconceptions are vanquished, and the heart is cleansed of all material dirt. It is only then that the pleasure of transcendental bliss is awakened. By the Lord's mercy, one is completely convinced of the value of devotional service. When one can see the pastimes of the Lord everywhere, he is firmly situated in transcendental bliss. Such a devotee is relieved of all kinds of material desires, and he preaches the glories of the Lord all over the world. These Krishna conscious activities separate him from material activities and the desire for liberation. Because at every step, the devotee feels himself connected with the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Although such a devotee may sometimes be involved in household life, he is untouched by material existence due to his constant engagement in devotional service. Thus, everyone is advised to take shelter of devotional service to become happy and liberated. Such a beautiful, instructive, hope giving purport, and such a beautiful verse. Let's read the word to word synonyms. Hela, very easily. Udhunita, driven away. Khedaya means lamentation. Vishadaya, which purifies everything. Pronmilat, awakening. Amodaya, transcendental bliss. Shamyat, mitigating. Shastra, of revealed scriptures. Vivadaya, disagreements. Rasadaya, distributing all transcendental mellows. Chitta, in the heart. Arpita, fixed. Unmadaya, jubilation. Shashwat, always. Bhakti, devotional service. Vinodaya, stimulating. Samadaya, full of ecstasy. Madhurya, of conjugal love. Maryadaya, the limit. Shri Chaitanya, of Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Dayanidhe, ocean of mercy. Tava, your, daya, mercy. Bhuyat, let it be. Amanda, of good fortune. Udaya, in which there is awakening. O ocean of mercy, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, let there be an awakening of your auspicious mercy, which easily drives away all kinds of material lamentation by making everything pure and blissful. Indeed, your mercy awakens transcendental bliss and covers all material pleasures. Our problem is that we like material pleasures. But when we receive the mercy of Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, there will be awakening of transcendental bliss. And our material pleasure, desire for material pleasures will go away because we will have something higher. Vishaya vinivartante niraharasya dehinam rasovarjam rasopyasya param drishtva nivartate. By your auspicious mercy, quarrels and disagreements arising among different scriptures are vanquished. Your auspicious mercy pours forth transcendental mellows and thus causes the heart to jubilate. Your mercy, which is full of joy, always stimulates devotional service and glorifies conjugal love of Krishna. It stimulates us to do bhakti, devotional service, and glorifies conjugal love of God. Mahaprabhu specifically came to give Madhurya, Madhurya Rati. May transcendental bliss be awakened within my heart by your causeless mercy. Tava daya bhuyat amanda udaya. Very beautiful verse. Let us sing it again. हेलोद्धूनितखेदया विशदया प्रोन्मीलद आमोदया शाम्यक्शास्त्रविवादया रसदया चित्तार्पितोन्मादया शश्वद्भक्तिविनोदया समदया माधुर्यमर्यादया श्रीचैतन्यदयानिधे तव दया भूयादमोन्दोदया. हेलोद्धूनितखेदया विशदया प्रोन्मीलदामोदया शाम्यक्षास्त्रविवादया रसदया चित्तार्पितोन्मादया शश्वद्भक्तिविनोदया समदया माधुर्यमर्यादया श्रीचैतन्यदयानिधे तव दया भूयादमन्दोदया हेलोद्धूनितखेदया विशदया प्रोन्मीलदामोदया शम्यक्शास्त्रविवादया रसदया चित्तार्पितोन्मादया शश्वद्भक्तिविनोदया समदया माधुर्यमर्यादया श्रीचैतन्यदयानिधे तव दया भूयादमन्दोदया. Today's Ekadashi, can we take up the challenge of memorizing this verse today? Then we can offer obeisances to Mahaprabhu also and recite, offer this verse of Srila Swarup Damodar Goswami. हेलोद्धूनितखेदया विशदया प्रोन्मीलदामोदया शाम्यक्षास्त्रविवादया रसदया चित्तार्पितोन्मादया शश्वद्भक्तिविनोदया समदया माधुर्यमर्यादया श्रीचैतन्यदयानिधे तव दया भूयादमन्दोदया. The word daya has been used so many times because Mahaprabhu is Dayanidhi. Shri Chaitanya Dayanidhe Tava Daya Bhuyadamandodaya. हेलोद्धूनितखेदया विशदया प्रोन्मीलदामोदया शाम्यक्षास्त्रविवादया रसदया चित्तार्पितोन्मादया शश्वद्भक्तिविनोदया समदया माधुर्यमर्यादया श्रीचैतन्यदयानिधे तव दया भूयादमन्दोदया. There is, like in the previous verse, Bhakti Siddhanta Viruddha Ar Rasa Bhas Shunite Prabhur Nahaya Ullas. In that verse, Bhakti Siddhanta, the name of Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada is there. Similarly, in this verse also there is the name of a Acharya hidden. Anybody can recognize? Raise your hand. Yes, Sudevi Gopi Mataji, 1 second. Yes, you can unmute.
Our dear most His Divine Grace Bhakti Vinod Thakur.
Yes, Shashwat Bhakti Vinodaya Samadhaya Madhurya Maryadaya. Third line. Thank you, Mataji. So nice. So one more time we'll sing and then we'll start chanting. Today Ekadashi, so we'll try to do 64 rounds. हेलोद्धूनितखेदया विशदया प्रोन्मीलदामोदया शाम्यक्शास्त्रविच्छादया रसदया चित्तार्पितोन्मादया शश्वद्भक्तिविनोदया समदया
Madhurya
माधुर्यमदया श्रीचैतन्यदयानिधे तव दया भूयादमन्दोदया हरे कृष्णा। श्री चैतन्य महाप्रभु की जय। श्रील स्वरूप दामोदर गोस्वामी महाराज की जय। निताई गौर हरि बोल। जय जय श्री राधे श्याम। Thank you very much, dear devotees. Please let me hear your sweet voices once, and then we'll again mute and we'll continue chanting. I'll have to go for Puja Seva, but we will continue the Zoom call. You can come, leave whenever you want, and we can chant all morning. Hare Krishna.
Hare
Thank
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Prabhuji.
Krishna
Krishna,
Prabhuji.
Hare
Thank
Krishna
you, thank you.
Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Let's continue chanting. Hare Krishna. Kirtaniya Sada Hari. Let's just read the 10 offenses real quick, and then we'll continue chanting. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. This is from Shri Padma Puran. Satam nindanam naha paramam aparadham vitanute yata kyatim yatam kathamu sahate tad vigaraham शिवस्य श्रीविष्णोर्य इह गुणनामादिसकलम् धिया भिन्नं पश्येत् स खलु हरिनामाहितकरः गुरोरवज्ञा श्रुतिशास्त्रनिन्दनम् अर्थवादः हरिनाम्नि कल्पनम् नाम्नो बलाद्यस्य हि पापबुद्धिर्न विद्यते तस्य यमैर्हि शुद्धिः धर्माव्रतत्यागहुतादि सर्वा शुभक्रिया साम्यमपि प्रमादः अश्रद्दधाने विमुखे अशृण्वति यश्चोपदेश शिवनाम पराधः श्रुतेऽपि नाम महात्म्ये यः प्रीतिरहितो नरः अहं ममादि परमो नाम्नि स्वपराधकृत् अपि प्रमादः अपि प्रमादः is already there. It is just restated here for emphasis, so we don't miss it. See, it's there in this verse. Api pramadaha, to be inattentive. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur has just re-emphasized that we should not be inattentive while chanting. To blaspheme the devotees who have dedicated their lives to chanting the holy name of the Lord. These are the 10 offenses. To blaspheme the devotees, the holy name who is identical with Krishna will never tolerate such blasphemous activities. Kathamu sahate. How can the holy name Nam Prabhu tolerate criticizing those devotees who are spreading the Nam? Satam Ninda. This is a Paramaprad. Then to consider the names of Lord Shiva or Lord Brahma to be on the same level, equal level with the holy name of Lord Vishnu, or to also consider them independent of Lord Vishnu. धिया भिन्नम, कि शिव जी अलग है, उनका एक अलग ग्रुप है, और भगवान विष्णु का एक अलग ग्रुप है. That to see it like that, धिया भिन्नम पश्चेद, one who sees like that, दैट इज, वो भगवान के नाम का अहित करते हैं। हरि नाम अहित कर, दैट इज नॉट गुड। One should understand that Shivji is the Param Vaishnav. Vaishnavanam yatha Shambhu. How can we separate? How can we consider that Shivji is a different camp? No. All the devatas, they are devotees. Prabhupada says there are two types of people, Sura and Asura. Asura are non-devotees. And Sura means all the Suragana, devatas, they are all devotees. They may appear sometimes to be in a different mood, but that is Leela. Muhyanti at Suraya. Sometimes Bhagwan only will bewilder them for the sake of Leela to teach us lessons. But actually, they are all very great devotees. भगवान ने तो अपॉइंट किया है उनको सृष्टि चलाने के लिए. So they are Krishna's dear devotees. We should not consider them independent of Krishna or on the same level as Krishna. Otherwise, what is the meaning of Muhyanti at Suraya? Otherwise, what is the meaning of Vaishnavanam yatha Shambhu and Devanam achyuto yatha? क्या मतलब है उसको फिर? So you have to understand this, that the devatas like Lord Shiva are not on the same level. Therefore, Varma Samhita clearly says, na, यथा दधि विकार, जैसे क्षीरम यथा दधि विकार योगात. क्षीर मीन्स मिल्क. क्षीरम यथा दधि विकार योगात. दधि, दही इज लाइक अ transformation of kheer, milk. Milk and dahi, there is similarity. Both have same calcium, both have same protein, both have same amount of fat, both have same amount of sugar. But one is the cause and one is the effect. Milk can give you dahi, milk can give you paneer, milk can give you yogurt, milk can give you ghee, milk can give you ice cream, milk can give you sweet rice, milk can give you so many things. Dahi cannot give sweet rice. Correct? So Krishna is like milk and Lord Shiva is like dahi. Now, can we say dahi is independent of milk? Can we say dahi is on the same level as milk? No. At the same time, dahi is not different from milk. It is a transformation of milk. Similarly, Shambhu Tattva, Shiva Tattva, Rudra Tattva is a special Tattva coming from Krishna. Just like Vishnu Tattva is coming from Krishna, Jiva Tattva is coming from Krishna, Shakti Tattva is coming from Krishna, Maya Tattva is coming from Krishna, Rudra Tattva also comes from Krishna. This we have to see. That is the meaning of Aham Sarvasya Prabhava Mata Sarvam Pravartate. Iti Matva Bhajante Mam Buddha Bhava Samanvita. Then Guru Ravagya. To disobey the orders of the spiritual master or to consider him an ordinary person. Shruti Shastra Nindanam. To blaspheme the Vedic literatures or literatures in pursuance of the Vedic version. To give some interpretation to the holy name of the Lord, Arthavad. Harinamni Kalpanam, to consider the glories of the holy name of the Lord to be imagination. Namno Baladesya hi Papa Buddhi. To think that the chanting of Hare Krishna Mahamantra can counteract all sinful reactions. Eka Krishna Nama Kare Sarva Papa Kshay, and therefore I will continue to go on and on with my sinful activities. Papa Buddhi. I will do Pap and then I'll come for Kirtan on Ekadashi and do Hare Krishna Mahamantra Kirtan, thinking that Nama Sankirtanam Yasya Sarva Papa Pranashanam, or I will circumambulate Tulsi Maharani. यानी कानी च पापानी, जो भी पाप किए हैं, ब्रह्म हत्या आदि खानी च तानी तानी प्रणशंति प्रदक्षिणा पदे पदे. Every step I am destroying all the sins, even sins as great as murder. So I will commit all types of sinful activities, break the regulative principles, and then Tulsi Maharani is there. I will circumambulate Tulsi Maharani. Kirtan is there. नामनो बलाद्यस्य हि पाप बुद्धिर न विद्यते तस्य यमैर हि शुद्धि. To think that the Hare Krishna Mahamantra can counteract all sinful reactions and one may therefore go on with one's sinful activities and at the same time chant Hare Krishna to neutralize them is the greatest offense at the lotus feet of Harinam. धर्म व्रत त्याग हुतादि सर्व शुभ क्रिया साम्यम अपि प्रमादः. To consider the chanting of Hare Krishna to be one of the auspicious ritualistic activities like Dharma Kriya, Vrata Kriya, Tyak Kriya, and Huta Kriya means all these Agnihotra Yajnas, etc., sacrificial, Shubha Kriya, auspicious activities. To consider chanting Hare Krishna to be Shubha Kriya, Samyam, equal to ritualistic, fruitive, pious activity. No, it is not. Chanting Hare Krishna, chanting Harinam is a transcendental activity, not pious activity. To consider chanting of Hare Krishna Mahamantra to be one of the auspicious ritualistic mantras mentioned in the Vedas as fruitive activity, that is offense. And then api pramadaha, to be inattentive while chanting. Then ashraddha dhane vimukhe api ashrinvati yaschopadesha shiva nama aparadha. It is an offense to preach the glories of the holy name of the Lord to the ashraddha vimukhe, to the faithless and inimical people. Vimukh means those who are turned away from Krishna, those who are not interested in Krishna. They don't want to hear and they don't have faith also. But still, you run after them and preach to them. That is an offense to the holy name. Because Krishna's name is Shiva, it's very auspicious, very pure. And these people are simply going to insult the holy name. Then it is Namaprad. Shrute api nama mahatme. If one has heard the glories of the transcendental holy name of Lord Krishna, यह प्रीति रहितो नरः, but still does not develop attachment, respect, love for chanting, remains प्रीति रहित, कोई इंटरेस्ट नहीं है चैंटिंग में, कोई रुचि नहीं है, they will just carry on with their life without prioritizing नाम भजन. If we don't prioritize नाम भजन, we don't chant extra rounds, we don't come together with devotees to chant, we don't arrange some 64 round days, some 128 round days, or at least 32 round days, little extra, some extra kirtan, Ekadashi kirtan, this, that, finding opportunities, kirtan mela. If we don't do these things, that means we have no priti for the holy name. Yah priti rahito nara. Shrute api naam mahatmya. Even though we have heard the naam mahatmya so many times, that Kali Kale naam rupe Krishna avatar. नाम हित है सर्व जगत निस्तार. हरेर नाम एव केवलम कलो नास्तेव 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 गतिरन्य. सब सुना है. चेतो दर्पण मार्जनम श्री कृष्ण संकीर्तनम, भव महादावाग्नि निर्वापणम श्री कृष्ण संकीर्तनम, श्रेय कैरव चंद्रिका वितरणम श्री कृष्ण संकीर्तनम. ये सब सुना है. आनंदाम्बुधिवर्धनम श्री कृष्ण संकीर्तनम, पूर्ण अमृत आस्वादनम श्री कृष्ण संकीर्तनम, सर्वात्म स्नपनम परम विजयते श्री कृष्ण संकीर्तनम. वी हैव हर्ड ऑल दिस, बट स्टिल यह प्रीति रहितो न रहा. इफ वी डोंट डेवलप अटैचमेंट, respect, and we don't prioritize Nam Bhajan, then that is also taken as an aparad. Because if we don't develop attachment to the holy name, we will develop attachment to material things. Aham mamadi paramo, janasya mohoyam aham mameti. We develop attachment to material things and we don't develop attachment to the holy name. Even though in so many classes we have heard about the glories of the holy name, we have heard about Srila Haridas Thakur's Pavan Charitra. We have heard about all the holy saints. We have heard how Srila Raghunath Das Goswami would chant. We have heard Tunde Tandavini verse of Srila Rupa Goswami. We have heard all this. We have heard how Srila Prabhupada built this entire Hare Krishna explosion just by sitting and chanting. And still we don't develop prioritization mentality of the holy name. Then it is a namni so api aparadha krit. We are doing aparadha to Krishna, Krishna Nam, because we are not prioritizing. If one has heard the glories of the transcendental holy name of Lord, but nevertheless continues in a materialistic concept of life, thinking, I am this body, everything belongs to this body, is mine, aham mameti, and does not show respect and love for the chanting of the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, that is an offense. While chanting, we are looking at news. While chanting, we are doing Amazon shopping. While chanting, we are browsing the internet. That means यह प्रीति रहितो न रहा. We have not prioritized chanting. We have not developed respect for chanting. Srila Rupa Goswami says no, that we have to do Anudinam and Adarat. We have to chant regularly and Adarat with respect. So that we have to be careful. If we avoid these namapras, to the degree we avoid these namapras, to that degree we will make spiritual advancement. When Srila Prabhupada was asked, how do we come to the platform of chanting Shuddhanam, pure name, Srila Prabhupada had said that we have to avoid the 10 offenses and chant sincerely. Then we'll come to the platform of Shuddhanam. So, every devotee who claims to be a Vaishnava must guard against these 11 offenses in order to quickly achieve the desired success. Krishna Prem. Shri Harinam Prabhu ki Jai. Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. So, thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Namah Vishnupada.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.